those are nominated by other musicians,
right?
People in the industry. Did that make you feel? How did you feel when you knew those people had nominated you?
For the industry to think that much of me and my music is a really big honor for me. To know that people in the industry think so highly of me, and highly enough. They think enough of me to vote for me. And
go ahead, say that again.
No, okay. I'm really glad that the CMA was. I can't even say it now. Hello.
Go ahead.
I think that I'm really excited that all the people in the industry thought highly enough of me and my music to vote for me for the CMA Award. So I'm really excited about that.
How about radio airplay? Is that a sore subject with you at all? That some people don't think your song or the Blue fits into whatever the current country mode is?
No, I don't think it's a sore subject or anything like that. But when Blue came out, it was totally different from the radio formats now, because a lot of what radio's playing now is like pop, kind of like pop contemporary country. And Blue is totally different from that. It's got the real traditional kind of Patsy Cline feel. And when we released it, I knew there was going to be some radio people that weren't too, they really weren't, probably not going to like it, but just might about not play it. So I understood that. But everybody's got their own opinion, and I know they had their reasons for not playing it, which hopefully we've got some contemporary stuff on the album, so stuff that's really good for radio. So hopefully when that comes out, they'll be able to play that.
What were your thoughts when Blue started happening the way it happened?
It really surprised me, actually, because, like I said, Blue was totally different, and I didn't know how radio or how anybody was going to react to this song, and it really took off, and it was really exciting for me to see my first single do something like that. Even though it didn't go #1, it happened fast, and people are now calling it. It's a big honor for me for it to be called the world's biggest single, and it's like, that's really cool. And not even for it to not even go #1, for it just to be top 10 as my first single was a real big thrill for me.
And it's not just a country hit.
No, actually, it crossed over to pop. I can't believe that. And the album, when it debuted at #4 on the pop charts and #1 on country. And there's pop radio playing it now. I just can't believe that song is so traditional. It's crossing over everything. And that's a big thrill for me. To see something like pop music, which I'm not even trying to sing or singing, it just crosses over and people are liking it in that field of music.
Now, you do sing pop, though, right?
Well, I've loved all kinds of music my entire life. Anywhere from Barbra Streisand to Alanis Morissette to Celine Dion, to Reba, everybody. And I've grown up on pop and country and just everything. So I've sang pop music also all my life. So it was kind of hard for me to decide between pop and country, because I love both kinds of music. But I think I grew up, my roots are really country music, and that's what I grew up on. So, and I think a lot of the people drew me to it too, because the industry, everybody I've ever met has been so nice to me, and I think it's a great field of music.
Now, the song Blue, people say it sounds, you're compared to other artists in that song.
Right. I'm compared to Patsy Cline a lot, and I think that's a big honor for me, because I've been a big fan of her music for a long time. In fact, she was the first person I ever listened to in country music. So she's been a big influence on my career. So to be compared with such a great singer is a big deal for me.
How consciously did you go for that sound, or how did the Blue and the yodel and all, how did all that come about?
Well, I really when we got the song in, the yodel wasn't in the song, and I really don't remember how it came about, and I didn't intentionally put it in there. But I guess it just kind of came out one day, and I stuck it in the song, and I let my dad hear it, and he really did like that in there, so we decided to cut it. And when we did cut it, I didn't try to sound like Patsy or anything like that, and I think probably what it is that what they're comparing is the song, because it was written for her originally, and I think it's got the older feel like something she would do. So I never intentionally tried to sound like her or put the yodel in there. It just kind of happened one day. It kind of all came together.
I understand that perhaps your co-managing dad and record producer wasn't not enthused about Blue as a song for you? Is that?
No, actually, when we got the song in, he listened to it and kind of threw it in the corner and said it's just too old for her, but it's a good song, it's just too old. And I stuck it in the tape player and I fell in love with the song, but it didn't have the yodel in there, and I didn't, like I said, I didn't hear it in there. It just kind of just came out one day and I put it in there and he loved it. So I think he keeps on saying I made it my own, and I kind of think I really did, because on the demo it doesn't sound anything like what we have now. I mean, it sounds like a totally different song.
Tell us a little bit about, you mentioned it was written for Patsy Cline. What's the history of Blue, the song?
It was written for Patsy Cline by...
I'm sorry, can you say Blue?
Oh, okay. Blue was written for Patsy Cline. That was by a DJ in Dallas, Mr. Bill Mack, and he wrote that song over 30 years ago for her. And he kept the song, for a long time after she unfortunately got killed in the plane accident, before she had time to record it. And he heard me sing a tape of the national anthem. He heard a tape of me singing a couple years ago, and sent me the song, and fell in love with the song. I mean, that was just like, I knew this is what I wanted to do.
What are we doing on time?